Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to the weekly release video, 16th of January 2026. This week's video was a bit of a struggle to find 3 albums I enjoyed, I must admit. But I know that I said I would keep to around 3 underground albums. Haven't managed to be able to do that this week. With, being the start of the year and everything, it's a bit of a struggle. But there's 2 albums I would like to talk about today. But to fill that gap a little bit, is slightly make up for it. 2 bands this week released album details to come out and a new song to follow it. This is going to slightly make up for it, and I'm going to talk about them in a little bit more detail, but not too much because I want to review them later in the year. I have heard the new Kreator album. It's Kreator, it's solid. It's for a band that's been going as long as they have. They still putting out really good stuff. So the new Kreator album's pretty good. Some bangers on there, some okay songs, some good songs, but it's just Kreator. That's what they do. It's not quite Flag of Hate sort of good, but I don't think it's ever going to get to that point again. First song and band I want to talk about the new releases and stuff is Scottish. Fucking hell, I can't speak. It's the Scottish Speed Goats. See what I did there? It's Hellripper. Released a new song called Hunderpressed, and the new album got announced for it called Coronac, one of the two. Being released on the 27th of March. Hellripper are a black and speed metal band, and they've released 2 songs already for the new release later in this year. Show no signs of slowing down. They're still pretty relentless what they do, though it seems like they're shifting up a gear if anything else, but they still have that Hellripper roots to it. It still sounds like Hellripper. It sounds like it's got, I'm just basing it on the 2 songs that have been released, but the latest 2 songs to be released, they sound like better songwriting, better layers, better structure to it. So I think that Hellripper are just going from strength to strength at this moment in time. And with Hellripper being one of my personal favourite bands, you better believe I'll be reviewing this album when it comes out. And hopefully see him on their tour in April as well. I think it's April. I better get that tour date right, but I think it's April. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that album coming out. The second album that I want to talk about that's coming out is the new release from the band Cryptic Shift from Leeds. Ooh, that's so... It's UK Blood Incantation. A bit more heavy, a bit more less psychedelic, more strange and unusual. They've released the song recently, Hexagonal Eyes, Diversity, fucks this word, that word. What the and the new album been announced as well for Overspace and Supertime. And holy shit, I'm excited for this album. There's so much so that I've already pre-ordered the record and I've bought a sick long sleeve. Because look at that artwork and look at that long sleeve. How can you not? So I've seen the track listing for this. There's very, very long songs on this. I think there's 2 songs over 20 minutes. There's the song, the Hexagon, that song is over 10 minutes. It's going to be a long album, but on that first song, I'm so excited. I think if you like the works of Blood Incantation and bands like that, you're going to love Cryptic Shift. If there's any Americans watching, they're playing Maryland Death Fest. So if you're going to that and a small chance that someone watches this thing, I won't go into that, check them out because they're going to be sick. And they got their new album released by that point because it comes out on February 27th. Interdimensional journey through hazardous space and gargles and robot voices and everything in between as well. They have the gargles of the voice, all these other stuff in between as well. I love the Visitations from Enceladus back in 2020. The song Moonbelt Emulator being a near perfect song for me, being over 20 minutes, but it's proper Journey sort of stuff. I keep saying Journey in all my videos, but my God, it's good. You'd have to listen to it with your headphones on in a dark room and then understand what I mean. But yeah, on the basis of their latest song, this could exceed expectations for me. And I've got high expectations for this album because I really love that band. They're really, really good. So that comes out on February 27th. So now, on with our regular programming, which is reviewing albums from this past week. Only 2 releases that I've decided to talk about this week. There wasn't a huge amount for me. There's some black metal albums, and the Creator album is a huge one to be released, but I don't necessarily want to review that here. But I have got 2 albums. The first album I want to talk about is The Bereaved by Mariana's Rest, released on Noble Demon. This Finnish band is back with their 5th studio album and their first one since 2023. It's a melodic doom outfit. Starts off with welcoming with an open and easy listening feel to it. It's almost like it's embracing the listener and welcoming them to the beginning of the album and for the rest of the record. One particular part of this album which I loved was in the song Divided, which is an unbelievable vocal part followed by a superb melody. Which really displays the sound of anguish and despair of what isn't be only described as like an emotionally charged song. The vocals are absolutely excellent on this. As I say, the range from at the tops to the low guttural, it's just excellent. Each song seems to pull you at your heartstrings with the emotional melodies and structure to it, with lots of songs building to an epic grand chorus in each song. Although a lot of the songs are quite similar and pacing and structure, the songs themselves are still enjoyable to listen to. For example, in the song Burden, which opens up with remind me of like a Devin Townsend sort of sound, which continues through the song to make for a huge and unbelievable sound in the middle of the song throughout the chorus. It's just well, excellent. to be honest, this is quite a simplistic album. There's no like huge, like intricate guitar moments, or you know, huge drum fills, or no blast beats. It's very similar sort of tempo throughout the whole record, but by no means dampens the effect of what this record is trying to achieve. I feel it's still out there trying to do its own thing. It's a different type of album. It's not meant to be a technical ripping, shredding sort of. It's not. That's not what this is. It's an emotionally charged storytelling album. I say storytelling in a lot of things, but that's how I see it. It's an emotionally charged, and you can hear that through the guitars and the wails of the vocals and the cleans and the screeches and everything else. It's soaring with its melodies and overlapping of clean and dirty vocals. Also, the range between the vocals going from low to the low gutturals to the high screeches is truly brilliant. It makes for a lovely and emotional driven mid-tempo record. There's something in the water with Scandinavia with Melodeath, because it seems like every really good Melodeath band comes from Scandinavia, whether it's Norway, Sweden, Finland, Denmark, probably Iceland still have some as well. But yeah, if you're a fan of Insomnium, Omnium Gatherum, The Halo Effect, those sort of bands, then this band will be right up your alley. It's a solid album. It's by no means blowing your head off sort of thing, but just to sit down and have an easy listening, like emotionally charged album, this is a decent album. Not like what I did last week. It's trying to find something different, and there's not a huge array of what's something I enjoyed listening to this week that's different. So we've gone from a doomy, Melodeathy band to Melodeathy band, but a completely different sounding Melodeathy band. So not Melodeath, but is Melodeath, but a different type of Melodeath. This is confusing. This is Slay Utterly by Carrion Vale, released on Unique Leader Records. A band that sprinkles in a dash of pretty much everything. They've got a bit of Melodeath here, they've got some deathcore, they've got some what sounds like maybe you want some Black Dahlia Murder in this. Oh, shake that in. Yeah, why not? So they sprinkle in so many different sounds and elements of like pluck bits here from there and so it here, that it does work. It's very chaotic. It's a bit all over the place. So it's an interesting record, as you know, the heavy bits are big open riffs and backed by thunderous bass which just pounds through. A bit like on the song Truth or Consequences. But yeah, like I said, it's just pure chaos. Organised chaos, but chaos nonetheless, and I love it. There's a lot going on in each song, which makes it diverse listening, intricate and precise. It opens your ears up to listen to the different layers, especially with your headphones on. So you try and work out each layer and listen to each layer. which is easier said than done on a record like this, as you probably can hear. It is all over the place, but again, I don't think it's like just slapped together. I think it's done very intricately and very purposefully. They're piecing bits of everything and jigsawing them together to try and assemble a serial killing, decked out album, which is always a great thing to have in a fucking metal album, right? Especially a death metal album, especially one that sounds like they're butchering someone whilst they're playing. Their best song of this album, which really reminded me of the Black Dahlia murder, is, and for some reason, Necrogoblikon as well. It starts off obviously with like crazy drum fill, beat, and just overall mental, and into a great frantically paced riff, straight into that Black Dahlia Murder style riff. And at the tail end of the song, you get a slow, drawn out riff, which is a great solo over the top, and then straight back into the fucking madness. And it's a great way to round off this album, I feel. But yeah, it's just batshit sometimes. Overall, it's just a great display of talent, intricate playing from the whole band. I mean, you cannot fault how good these musicians are at doing what they do. The vocals, the drums, the bass, guitars, everything. I think the whole band are very, very talented, and that's quite clear. If you want an album that makes you feel like you're being chopped from the inside out in a good way, is that possible? In a good way, then check out this album. It's just pure chaos, ear-splitting sounds done in a very thought-out manner. Yeah, very strong stuff. But yeah, that's it this week. It's a bit of a short one. Got my partner's birthday tomorrow, so we're going to Brighton. But yeah, so it's just a quick short one this week of what I found. It's not a lot. Again, it's still quite early in the year, so I think once we get out of January and into February, there'll be quite a lot more. So I'm very excited with the announcements that are being made. Seems to be there's quite a lot of announcements being done recently, so exciting stuff. That's it for this week. I will be back again next week, try and do another review, see what's coming out. I might briefly talk. Is Megadeth out next week? Megadeth might be out next week. I might briefly talk about Megadeth's new album. Or I might not. But yeah, so again, thank you again for watching. If you did, thank you for commenting on the last video and saying that you bought the previous albums and it's just helping you and things like that. Please keep commenting, keep telling us, keep having that interaction between us. It's always fun to interact with people when doing this sort of thing. So. And I appreciate every one of you, everyone that views, comments, likes, everything, even just whatever you want to do. I appreciate all your interactions. It's much appreciated. So yeah, I will see you again this time next week. Oh, I got Cryptopsy this weekend as well, so that will be coming out soon as well. See you guys later. Bye.